Thanks for tuning in to Comandolin. Today, taking a look at Moon River, released in 1961. Obviously, the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, sung by Audrey Hepburn, composed by Henry Mancini, Johnny Mercer. Spectacular song, really translates nice into the Mando. Now this was a viewer suggestion from the Mandalorian out there in Germany. So hey, how's it going? And hope this works well for you. And as always, for everybody else, if you got suggestions, throw them down in the comments, and they might work great, like this one. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below. Comandolin, doing a bunch of these lessons and tutorials and reviews and stuff. And nowadays I have the Comandolin store. You know, I don't do the Patreon page and stuff that people do yet. So if you're feeling generous or getting something from the page or the channel and stuff, maybe check out some stickers or a t-shirt or something there. But anyway, here we go. Moon River, let's check it out. Now, as always, we all know the song, but here's the arrangement we're learning today. Alright, here's the first phrase, a little intro here. It's in C, so it starts in the C note, 5th fret of the G string, and does a little climb up. Climbs up an octave to the other C. 5th, and then 2nd and 5th in the D string, and 3rd on the A string. And then go ahead and hit that 5th fret of the A string there. We're going to sink down to a B7, 2nd, 1st, and a 2nd respectively. Hit that again. Scooch up and hit the 3rd for the A string. Move into a little A7 chord, which is literally nothing but one finger on the 2nd fret, here the D string, but then the G and the A string open. Scoot up there and pick up that 2nd fret of the A string. And then we're going to do a little G7 arpeggio. Which is open G to the 4th fret, to the open D string, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 5th, and 3rd. One more time. And then finish it off with that G7 chord. third, second, and third. So here's that whole little intro. All right, so going into the verse here. It starts on a C chord, 5th fret of the G, 2nd of the D, 3rd of the A. Now what this is just an A minor chord. Think of an A minor here. 2nd of the G, 2nd of the D, 3rd, that. But just add your pinky up on the 5th fret and take it off. A little F major 7th here. If you're a guitar player, you'll recognize it as a D chord shape, but 2nd fret of the G, 3rd there, the D, and 2nd on the A string. That is, so you've hit this. And make sure that top note is ringing out, because that's your melody note. That's the most important of the bunch there. Open A, 5th fret of the D string, down to the 3rd, and then what I like to do is hammer it back up to the 5th, but with an open G to add a little meat underneath there. So, it sounds so familiar because of the melody, of course. Reach down there and grab that C note, 5th fret there, and then do the same little run. Back to that C note, and we're going to move here to the 4th fret, the G string, the F note, 3rd of the D, and 5th on the A string. Hit that once, and then just take this finger here and move it down to the 2nd fret. Try to move this finger out of the way. Pretend this finger is still there. I'm just moving it so you can see. But this one goes from the 3rd to the 2nd. All right, so let's backtrack. Here's what we've got so far. Moving down into this A minor here. Kind of move into that little melody, but A minor, 2nd on the G, 2nd on the D, 3rd there. And just take this finger that's already on the 3rd string, that C note, just lay that down and pick up that G note underneath. And then go to the open E, down to the D note, 5th fret of the A string, and to an F chord. That again, it's A minor. Here to an F chord, 5th on the G, 3rd of the D string. Whoops, and 1st here, the F note, obviously, on the E string. again to that same little run of from the 3rd fret to the open E and down to there again. So those two together. Now back to our A minor again, second, 3rd, open E to the G and scooch way up here to the 7th fret of the D string, 5th fret of the A string, and the C note, 8th note of the E string. One more time. And then just walk it down to from the 7th fret to the 5th fret there on that E string. One more time. Which is again 7th of the D and 5th, but this time down here the B note, 7th fret of the E string. And you're walking down 7, 5, 3. So you've just gone. Which I'll show you that chord in a second, but. And then, yeah, we'll finish off with this big G7 kind of chord with an A note on top of it. But so you're borrowing 5th fret of the high E and of the A string, 3rd fret on the D string, and hit that G open for the root note. And then even move down into a normal G7 of 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd. So that whole little sequence again. It seems like sometimes when I talk about them too long, I'm making them sound more complicated than they are. So let me just breeze through that again here. Here, the whole thing. All right, from there, we're just going to go right back into the that main melody C chord, A minor with the 5th fret, this again, exactly the same as before. Here's where it starts to get a little different going toward the end here. It comes down to an A minor again, just like before. Second, 3rd. Open, G, just like before, only now we're going to come down to this spiffy, some sort of D7 that I've kind of forgotten the name of, but 4th on the D string, 5th on the A string, and the 7th, or no, it's the 8th fret on it's the 7th of the chord, but it's the 8th fret. That's where I kind of start giving that a little tremolo, Then moves into an F minor, where you just scooch. You're up here, and you just scooch up to the 6th fret of the D string, and then barring the 8th fret on the A and the E. So here. Even tremolo that a little bit, builds a lot of nice tension there. I like that a lot. Kind of reach up with your pinky and grab that 10th fret. I like to tremolo, you don't have to. The melody is right there. Because you could just do it like that. But a lot of times I'll tremolo it. Reach up to the 10th fret, back to the 8th, down here to a C chord, which is just barring along the 3rd fret there, the top 2 strings, and then the 2nd fret there on the A string. So come up here to, again, if you're a guitar player, it's that D chord shape, that triangular familiar shape of 7th, 8th, and 7th. That's what we're going to do. You're coming off this chord here. It's an F of some sort, I think. And make sure, especially to get that top B note, because that's the most important one, because you're going to walk it down from that 7th, 5th, 3rd, and reach down with your pinky. Or I guess you could even come down to 1st, whichever works for you. To me, that's a lot of jerking the hand around. I like to just lay my pinky there and grab that. And then sit back down on that C chord. 2nd, 3rd. Hit that C note, the 3rd fret there on the A, and do that again. So here, that whole kind of second, not quite a B part, but that whole second sequence we've been working on here. Back to our A minor. 2nd, 2nd, 3rd. This is a D minor 7 that you're going to go to here, which is 1st fret on that top E string, 2nd fret of the low G string, and in between 3rd here on the D, and then and hit everything. Coming off that A minor. And then take your pinky and set it right here on the 5th fret. So again, backtracking just a little bit now. And then I'm going to slide up. You've got enough time. Sometimes if you got a strong enough pinky, you can do it, but I'll probably usually take that time to switch fingers and slide from the 5th to the 7th on the A string, up to the G, high G note. A slide 5 to the 6 on the A. 5th. And down to the 3rd. Keep landing on that C, big C chord there. You can end it right there, of course. I like to throw in a little bluesy lick at the end. Just 3rd on the A string on the C note, 5th on the D string, 1st, open, and back down to the 5th, open on the D, for slide from the 1st to the 2nd, and end on the 5th note, or 5th fret of the G string. And finish off with a C chord, 2nd and 3rd. All right, thanks for tuning in today for a look at Moon River for the mandolin. What a great suggestion. Big thanks to the Mandalorian out there in Germany, which also amazes me. But wow, thanks for the suggestion. I don't know why I didn't think of that one before. And if you guys have other suggestions, be sure to shoot them in the comments. Man, some of them, they work out great. And I really like this one. And I hope you do too. And we'll see you next time. Happy playing.